Hello, hello, welcome back to Baki Taki Season 6, Episode 12. Not even the final episode of the season. Can you believe how much Baki we got? This is the 101st episode of Baki Taki. It's going to be a long time till we get another 100 episodes in. I'll likely be dead. But that shouldn't distract you from our wonderful guest. It's returning guest, several time guest. It's Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Do you want to hear some fun Baki news?
Sure, but I'll just say first, I'm honored to be here for Baki 101. I'm going to lay down the intro real sweet.
Yeah, this is a good introduction to Baki. If you want to dip your toes in the water, listen to the first 100 episodes, and then listen to this one. And I think you'll have a good sense of if you should watch the show. So the big announcement here is that as expected, the second half of Baki has been announced, and it is coming out June 18th. If you're like me, you probably thought, whoa, is that Juneteenth? And then I looked it up, and of course that's the 19th. I never know which one it is. I'm actually so mad. Did you know I got Juneteenth off for like the past 3 years?
And just never took it? Like, did you know?
No, I took it off. But I feel like I must be the only Canadian who gets Juneteenth off. Like, I never hear anybody else do it.
For sure.
Yeah, but they finally changed their policy this year, so I don't get Juneteenth. I was gonna just watch Baki all day as
For the release, obviously, like, what better to do than just binge 12 episodes of phenomenal martial arts anime?
Yeah, but anyway, so more Baki coming out. I'll say more next episode, but there will be a break before Baki Taki covers this half of the season. But yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, Phil, I have 2 questions for all of my guests who are on the show this season, at least. First off, it's been a while since you've been on. It's been almost a bit over 2 years since Baki Taki was last on the air before this season. What have you been up to during this hiatus?
Well, honestly, just been, in the old rut of kind of middle age, working a lot.
You're not aiming to live that long, eh?
Nope. A ripe old 60, and then I'm tapping out. Live hard and fast. But no, I think things have been good. My roommate got a dog, and I have a new roommate that also is my girlfriend. So that's about it.
Really roommate maxing, I see.
Just to clarify, my girlfriend is not the dog.
Thank you. And I think I can say that your girlfriend has been on the show. Yeah, that was Sam a few episodes back. We haven't had the dog on yet. Hopefully he'll come on. That'd be great.
That would be quite the app.
I'm always looking for new guests. And then the second question is, coming into this episode, because it's always evolving, what was your knowledge of Baki?
I'll say this season specifically, but honestly, I had not watched many episodes, but I had listened to an episode of Baki Taki or two, i.e. the previous mention of my girlfriend being on it, so I kind of wanted to listen. But yeah, it's a real interesting season for sure.
Yes.
And I also have to say that the visuals, I was not prepared for the visuals.
Which aspect of the visuals?
Miyamoto's face is maybe like, this show is known for a lot of absurd, bizarre animation, but that face might have been like the cream of the crop.
I am in love with Musashi Miyamoto's face. It's so jarring. It's so bizarre, and but like, you make a good point. Like, this show has a very distinct art style, and Miyamoto makes them look normal when he stands next to them.
Also, just full disclosure, I went to go look, like, because I was like, I remember I made that note, but I kind of want a reminder, and I searched Miyamoto face, but I just got the Nintendo guy.
Yeah,
specify.
It's a common name. Yeah. So, did you know about Musashi Miyamoto? Do you now know about him?
Again, I kind of got up a little bit on his story after watching a little bit of this season. Obviously, not like there's some flashbacks or things like that I've missed, but I get the general, I think, gist of the season with the resurrection of this elite samurai.
Elite salmonella. So Musashi's back. So this is a great episode. This is really, what we're waiting to see. Musashi has come in. He has torn through the cast of Baki like they are bamboo that he is slamming with his fists. And, of course, he will eventually end up before the ogre, Yujiro Hanma. The episode starts with a great little moment where Musashi uses his imaginary sword on Yujiro.
Well now, isn't that something? That body of yours is surprisingly firm. It didn't feel like it was made of flesh and blood. No, it felt more like hitting armor, a full suit of it too. My blade didn't penetrate, and there's many a man who've fallen to that slash.
First off, what did you think of that move and Yujiro's reaction to it?
I mean, I will say this, like, it really just jumps right in. So, like, having not watched up to it and then getting into this episode, I was like, oh, what is going on? And there's, like, weird silhouettes, and they're, like, sizing each other up pretty sweet. But it definitely sets up what, I mean, in the Baki universe, it's going to be a pretty sweet battle.
Yeah, I love it. So Musashi uses his imaginary sword on Yujiro. Unlike most people, Yujiro doesn't recoil in physical pain because he's built different. He had one of my favorite lines of the episode. Yujiro, I've really enjoyed his character these last few seasons. But he said, is it sword play or word play?
You didn't even bother drawing your sword, but you're surprised you can't cut through my flesh? Is it sword play or word play?
Which I thought was a fun thing to say to somebody who uses imaginary swords.
And then Yujiro follows it up with, like, he just, like, cuts the bottle with his fingers and just, like, flicks it in his face.
The amount of times they do that on the show, like, so many glass bottles have been sliced open. Oh, I wanted to ask, after this scene, they go outside to fight, and they give Musashi a sword and a little red headband. Do you think that it was a white headband that just got soaked with his blood, or that it was just a red headband to begin with?
That's a thought, because, like, they did try and start this off where it's like, oh, Yujiro, like, made him bleed, you know? So, like, maybe that is, like, symbolism thing.
Okay, so the fight starts up, and I guess here's my question: who do you think is gonna win?
Like, I think it's got to be Yujiro. Like, they just made him up to be this, like, big foil, and, like, I feel like Miyamoto's kind of doing this thing too, where it's like sometimes this happens in these kind of animes where they just have been, like, walking over characters, and then they kind of just meet their first resistance, and then they're like, oh shit, and then they just can't really, like, manage.
It wouldn't be the first time. Muhammad Ali had a very similar arc in Baki of you win until you lose.
You could just kind of keep, like, power scaling you until you get to a point where it's like, oh, you've reached your upper limit? Well, now you're just going to lose. Exactly.
We've correctly sorted you now.
We have flown too high to the sun, a la Icarus, and your wings are going down. Or your imaginary swords, whatever they may be.
Yes, it's all ogre now. So Yujiro pulls off a very cool move on Musashi. I don't know if I could pull this off. You ever see those self-defense videos where it's like you disarm the guy with a knife? So what Yujiro does is he grabs the sword with his hand and then I believe punches Musashi so hard that Musashi goes flying backwards. And he holds on to the sword and flies with Musashi. Almost in sort of a self-propelled flight through punch.
It's a pretty, like, phenomenal move to just, like, grab his sword immediately. Because, again, like, he's been introduced as this, like, phenomenal samurai. And he's just like, F that noise, and just grabs it. And it's like, that's when you know, like, this is getting serious.
Yeah. They don't really justify why it doesn't cut him too much. Other than it just doesn't.
But, like, and I made note, too, of, like, a line, like, a bit later, like, it's coming out recently, where it's like, martial arts taught me an important lesson. The state of mind only reached with an absence of swords, and this can reach a certain lethality. But it's like, not really. Like, everything I know about swords makes me feel like they could be much more lethal than fists. But apparently, like, as we've just demonstrated in this episode, maybe not. Maybe if you're just that good.
Well, this is getting ahead of it. But I honestly feel like there is a philosophical debate happening in Baki because, like, just to spoil a bit, Motobe comes back, which is great. But
I have lots of notes on that.
Yeah. But Motobe and Musashi have two completely different philosophies. Motobe is telling people that they are not prepared, that martial artists are incapable of fighting people with weapons because the guys with weapons will just kill you. But when we look at Musashi, the guy with a weapon, his philosophy seems to be that the ultimate weapon is if he just stops using his weapons and he just hits you with his hands. Like, his ultimate form is not using his weapons at all. So it's a bit contradictory.
It's interesting, and I guess too, like, it's so rooted in like this. Maybe it's like differing factions of like Japanese history too, or something, like the whole samurai thing, and I don't know, like it just, there is definitely something to that about like their approach to how they fight combat and just like the honor of it all, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Anyway, the fight is pretty wild. I have a few notes here. They keep talking about their auras, which I enjoyed.
Look at their auras!
I feel like the translators were having a blast with that.
It's like bears, tigers, and then dragons out of nowhere.
They kept describing it as tigers and dragons.
Is there an apt analogy for this deadly energy? Two fearsome kings of beasts in a standoff? Perhaps a tiger and a dragon? No, that still doesn't do it justice. Those don't even come close.
It was so close to lions and tigers and bears, and it's like oh, they're just one off.
Yeah. And then this was one of my favorite lines. Yujiro understood everything in less than 0.000 seconds. They didn't add the one at the end. It's just that he understood
no time at all.
He just did it in 0 seconds.
I wrote that down. I also wrote too, like, something that was really funny about this fight is there's just way too many close-ups of like the dumbest faces. Like, there was actually, like, if you were to rewatch it, very little fighting and a lot of just like facial expressions.
A lot of
including Tokugawa just making anime noises.
Oh my
like
god!
Just classic, like
I just can't contain myself.
I don't want to comment on what Tokugawa was doing. Yeah, it was, it was wild. There was a lot of ball grabbing also. It was clear that Musashi was in pain when Yujiro kicked him in the balls.
Almost to the point that he lost consciousness. Wasn't that a thing? And then he like regains it, like he somehow just like comes back.
Yeah, not a great showing by Musashi, honestly. It's never cool to get kicked in the balls into unconsciousness. I think what they said is Musashi would never let go of his sword, even if he was unconscious, except if he got kicked in the balls. I don't know.
Felt hard. It's like we've all been there. Like, you think you're tough, but in the face of a ball kick, you're only so tough.
I would be terrified to fight Yujiro, but I'd be really terrified if his main strategy was to just kick me in the balls.
That's his game over right there.
I'm surprised that Musashi was able to shake that one off. I feel like they might have just popped. Anyway, we get a flashback in this fight. We get to see 58-year-old Musashi. It's always fun to see a flashback with the characters older than they are today.
I mean, he's got a great mustache in that flashback, though.
Well, I wanted to ask, does his face look better in his old age to you?
I think the mustache just kind of hides more of his face, so yes. Like, it's addition by subtraction, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is one of my favorite parts. So, talking about the whole idea of using swords without swords, Musashi got really into calligraphy. First, he would write with a pen. Then he would write without a pen, just imagining. What do my notes say? This dude just looks at walls instead of writing. I feel like we got onto a real tangent on the idea of Musashi looking at walls and waterfalls and writing. Like, do you think any of this really translates into being a samurai?
I think it's kind of just like autism, to be honest. Like, you kind of start seeing patterns in things and whatnot. Like, it's not like how like all the great math people are like.
Yeah.
Got that special samurai-tism.
They didn't have the word for it back then, so they just called him the greatest samurai.
But yeah, no, I thought that was so funny. But like at the same time, when he was saying it, I was like, I don't know, can I picture words in front of a wall? Like, not really. Not a
Oh,
word skill.
I couldn't do it. Especially all those words, they were all in Japanese. No way I could do that. Anyway, we get back into the fight, and they've sort of both sized each other up at this point. Yujiro, in his lovely, cocky demeanor, introduces himself. He says he's Yujiro Hanma.
My last name's Hanma, and my first name's Yujiro. Otherwise known as the strongest creature on Earth. So they say.
I don't know if he said it like that because he doesn't believe it. Like, technically he did lose the father-son fight, even though I don't think anybody will ever acknowledge that. I guess there's both the strongest now. Oh, I had one note where Musashi seems surprised that people were still talking about him after 400 years.
My reputation. So people have been talking about me for 400 years. That's a thought that I can enjoy.
They revived him. They brought him back from the dead. They digged up his corpse from 400 years ago. Like, it's pretty clear that he's still relevant historically, right?
Well, but even regardless, like they're like, oh, they're still talking about me. It's like, I feel like the relevance is more that he was just brought back to life, not that he, you know what I mean? Like if they brought back like a caveman, and I'm talking about the caveman, it's not like he's been relevant for 4,000 years. It's just that he's very relevant right in this moment.
Cuts to Pickle's internal monologue. Ooh, they're talking about me for 250 million years. That's so true. Anyway, this is the point where Musashi decides he's going to go all out and turn his hands into swords. What does that mean? We'll never know.
Never really like shown to full extent, other than like I feel like it's like the same animation. It's played like 4 times.
Yeah.
He just kind of like slithers a little bit, and his arms turn into like kind of bendy swords.
Yeah. And it can't be that powerful of a move because Motobe just shows up and presumably gets hit by it, and yeah. What so
Again, like
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, having not really, like, again, heard a few episodes, but not so much watched this season, that was, like, the most confusing thing ever. They just, like, threw this random guy in the middle of nowhere, and you're just supposed to be like, okay? And he takes this hit, which, again, to your point, is supposed to be this, like, super secret ultimate technique, and he just kind of is, like, there.
Yeah. He's just okay. So this is Iso Motobe, a character who has not done a lot in Baki. He's been there since the beginning, but not doing much. This is his season. He's vowed to protect everybody from Musashi. And he does immediately pass out and then wake up in Tokugawa's bed later. But I think...
Really quickly, though,
yeah.
Before that, I just loved the line, too, where Yujiro is like, how dare you protect someone like me? And it is the dumbest face animation, I think. On a show that already has some, like, ridiculous face animations, that might be the worst.
Oh, you should have seen in the previous episode, Motobe said he was going to protect him, and Yujiro, I think, got even madder, and his line was literally, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, Yujiro hates this guy so much.
I mean, that makes sense for the ogre. Like, he was more than holding his own, and then this guy just kind of comes in and he's like, I'm gonna save you.
I shall protect you.
Like, get the hell out of here.
Well, what I loved is, like, Tokugawa doesn't say it, but Motobe basically implies Tokugawa's thought of, I think it's something like,
Motobe, quit running your mouth. Know your place, Iso. I know that's what you want to say. I don't know about that.
Iso Motobe, what are you doing? Sit down, you old man. This is not, go to the children's table. And then Motobe has like this whole scene where he's talking to Tokugawa and acting real tough, almost like he didn't just instantly get his ass handed to him and pass out. Like, what did he do to have any, I'll use the episode's favorite word, aura, in this episode?
Honestly, not a whole lot.
Anyway, Yujiro and Musashi go for a drink.
That's the other thing too. Like, Motobe just comes in and like stops one hit, and they're like, "This match is invalid," and they just stop. It's like You just brush them off and keep going, but they're like, no, can't happen.
And
The moods, vibes are off. Mood's killed.
yeah, and Tokugawa is so official with it. Like he's just like, it pains me to say it, but it's invalid.
And then they just go to a bar. Like Yujiro's just like, well, let's just get a drink, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think Musashi knew what whiskey was? Do you think they had that 400 years ago in Japan?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe not, actually. Maybe like it's a sake. I don't know.
That's the thing. Musashi has some great little moments, like where he'll just be in a car and he'll just be asking the driver to slow down because he's scared of cars. There's a lot of little things with this guy. My theory is he's never had whiskey before, but he enjoys it. Although there was an interesting line. I think Yujiro said something like,
But I am enjoying the drink as well. Oh,
The legends say you couldn't drink.
couldn't drink.
I'd say you have good taste in booze.
the history books say you don't drink, and then almost like the author just decides, but that's a lie. And Musashi actually drank a lot and actually was really good at holding his liquor.
Maybe that's like a samurai thing. Like maybe there's like
You don't think the samurai drank?
maybe not like casually. Like maybe it was like a festival thing. You know what I mean? Like very tied to like a certain traditions or festivals. But maybe it was like coming home after a hard day collecting taxes. It's not like you were to like open up some whiskey.
Speak for yourself. Oh man. Anyway, Yujiro and Musashi just sort of drink and talk about how cool Motobe is. They explain that he had a lot of concealed weapons on him that you know he did nothing with. Again, he did just pass out. This leads into the final part of the episode where we meet Gaia.
Well, now.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Sensei? Your words were full of resolve.
So you were listening.
Yes, sir. I was hiding in the attic.
I had a feeling that it was you.
Have you ever seen Gaia in the show before?
I don't think so.
So I'll talk a little bit about Gaia. Gaia's just like Motobe. He is a character who had a lot more to do in the original Baki before the Netflix show. But unlike Motobe, he's done a few things. His big one was, if you remember Sikorsky, one of the death row inmates.
Oh yeah.
So Gaia was the guy who kept throwing sand at Sikorsky, and threw so much sand that one, he turned invisible, and two, he threw sand at Sikorsky until he bullied him into submission. One of the greater fights in the show. Gaia is also famous for having a spin-off manga that I quite enjoy. It's about Gaia and Sikorsky as roommates. It's a very odd. No, it's so great. It's pure comedy. It's just them hanging out together. They get into fights, but it's mostly just them trying to live in a small apartment together.
Like the Odd Couple, but like the Bod Couple.
It's the Bod Couple. That's pretty good. Like an example's premise will be Sikorsky is annoyed that he doesn't have enough space in the apartment, so he uses his super powerful fingers to climb up to the ceiling, and he starts living on the ceiling. But then Gaia keeps cooking things with a lot of smoke that are going up into the ceiling where Sikorsky lives.
Gotcha.
So you get stuff like that. Anyway, I gotta catch up on that. I think I'm a chapter or two behind. Also, if anybody wants to, Baki Rahen, the current Baki manga is in such a fun spot. The last chapter ended with Yujiro picking up a jackhammer, putting it on his face, and then turning it on. And that's where the chapter ended.
I would, but I'm on chapter 3541 of One Piece. So
oh, okay. I see. Oh man, you know there's more of Baki than One Piece, eh?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It might not be more chapters, but by volume count, Baki is slightly higher than One Piece.
Dang. I mean, I guess yeah, with all like the iterations of it.
Yeah, and it just started earlier. Anyway, take that, Oda. basically the episode ends with Gaia and his sensei Motobe talking in their dojo, whereas as Motobe likes to call it, a safe space. Which, do you think he believes that, or do you think he just said that so that Gaia could go, well, it's not a safe space anymore when they decide to spar?
Just because you're talking about weapons being so cool.
Oh, he loved those weapons.
I mean, there is kind of like something kind of nice about it's like a weapon's form fits its function, and it's like talking about like the design and the perfections of it. But then they are like, it's a grappling hook, and I'm like, a grappling hook's not a weapon.
You could use one.
But that's the form of a grappling hook, is to climb walls. It's not a weapon. You're not gonna catch me with that.
Maybe your opponent is the wall.
But yeah, it is interesting to start, because again, like, I know this was the penultimate episode. It's interesting to start that with a fight in a flashback, because I'm like, what on earth is going to resolve in the next episode?
There's a lot that's happening in the next episode. Just putting that out there.
That's like, I'm honestly, I know, I don't know if, like, again, like the whole, like, will you watch Baki? I know that's kind of like fallen to the side, but like, I was actually very compelled to watch the next episode, because I'm like, what on earth are they going to do in, half an hour to wrap all this up?
Do it. Watch it. You want to know? Do you want to know the real answer?
Sure.
They're not going to wrap it up. This is a very like corporate.
Because now they've announced next season.
That's
so now we're like good to go.
They just cut the story in half. So like this is not like a halfway point where it was intended to be the end. So I do like the next episode, but it's very much not like. Not a clean
proper
cut.
Season finale. It's kind of like when they do like the HBO's like, oh, we kind of cut all our writers and budget, so we're gonna just basically make a season into 2 seasons.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly that. It's like Dan to Dan was another anime that did that recently. Both Netflix shows. I think. Am I crazy? Anyway.
It's funny to me that really quickly Netflix is just like all over the spectrum. Like they're doing this show, which like is kind of just like quick to print anime stuff, but they're like, let's also spend a lot of money on like a really good live action One Piece though. Like they really just have covered all the bases.
Yes. Well, I saw recently that they are the biggest like anime streaming site nowadays in terms of hours watched.
Really? Honestly though, again, like it just has such a wide audience. I'm sure there's lots of people that just kind of tune in just because some of them.
Yeah. You know what is my favorite thing? Netflix puts out results of like watch hours all the time. Baki is like usually first or second place for anime that have come out that year. Like it's crazy how well it performs. I think it's just like it's popular all around the globe, and I don't know. Like it'll usually be like the big show that you think is in first place, and then second place is Baki.
This is the Baki Taki crew putting in the hours.
Yup. Let's do it, guys. And girls. All right. Well, that's that. Actually, we have a few things to do. First off, Phil, what would you give this episode out of 10?
I would say like a 7 or an 8. Maybe like let's call it a 7.5. But some interesting fights. Obviously, like this is definitely like the climax of the season, and I think, like I say, it under delivers. Like it would have been nice to see a bit more like actual fighting. Like it just felt like a lot of just like they kind of throw hits at each other and you see what happens. But
I did like when Musashi picked up the sword with Yujiro holding it. I didn't mention it. It's been a great effort to make a guy who doesn't know martial arts purely treat people like swords. It's been a great okay. Well, I'm glad you more or less enjoyed the episode. And we have a fan question. Which Baki character would make the best guest on Baki Taki?
Like we mentioned him earlier with his anime noises, but I feel like Tokugawa would just be like nerding out the whole time. Like I feel like he'd give a certain appreciation to the fighters that I don't know if you're going to get from an average viewer.
I mean, I love Tokugawa as much as the next guy. I'm not inviting him onto the podcast.
That's very fair,
his energy is not something I'm going to vibe with. You know what? Honestly,
Like in terms of like a true fan, though, like I feel like that's it.
well, that you know what? But I want someone who's gonna. I honestly think that the best guess, as boring as this is Baki. I think Baki is sarcastic and would sort of take the shit out of things while also treating some parts seriously. I think Baki would be the best guest. All right. Well, with that out of the way, that's all the Baki we've got to talkie. And I'll see you all next week one last time before we go on hiatus.
Clear.
Nice.
今どうして僕ら生まれたのねほらどうして僕ら出会